Chat, here we go. We got Mawkzy and Atomik playing in the final quarterfinal. Winner gets to move on to play Jorya's in the semi for the chance to represent the entire EU server region in the battle against apparently Jack and First Killer, who will be representing the USC servers. Mawkzy's going to score right away. Atomik is definitely coming in as the underdog in this matchup. Now, is he as coming in as much of an underdog as maybe Shoddy in the Rawash Shoddy matchup? I don't think so. You know, I think Atomik, being an RLCS player and having dabbled in ones at least a decent amount, is definitely a formidable match against somebody like Mawkzy. You never know when a player like Atomik might be able to pop off and take over. But Mawkzy has been looking for some tournament wins. He's able to get the last tournament win against Rawas in the Swamp when we ran the same exact kind of format. Can he get back-to-back tournament wins on my channel? It's yet to be seen. He's got a little bit different competition this time around. While Rawas is still in the mix, he's got Khaled, he's got Jorya's, he's got Atomik as all players that he did not have to beat on his way to the victory last time around. He's going to have to do a win against at least a couple of them if he wants to take home the title. Atomik, the 360, does not lead to any real scoring opportunity. As Mawkzy launches one downfield, and Atomik escapes immediately and gets a demo in the process. Mawkzy, what a save! What a spawn and save. Absolute 200 IQ play from Mawkzy to spawn there. And actually, a really great reaction time to recognize that his one way to save was just to jump. Spawn, and I'm in the way of the ball. I just need to jump. And how he probably can stop it from going in. I really like these new player banners. They're cool. It seems like everybody has been rocking them too. We saw the Saudi players using the Saudi banner, and we see the French player now using his French banner. I think, did we see CRR using his Spain, I was going to say Spanish, Spain banner. I don't know if Atomik is. We haven't seen him score yet. Once he scores, we'll get to know if he's using it. Mawkzy is not going to have that happen anytime soon. In fact, he's going to stop it on the goal line. He's going to make Atomik come force him to score it. Not likely that he's going to be able to waste a full 3 minutes here. Atomik recognizing only after it's been kept out of the net that he's going to have to go all the way down there. Will we see the first Atomik goal? He does not have the friendly bounce. Not this time. He can't chase Mawkzy down. Mawkzy, about as good of a start as he could hope for. This wave dash, though, is not what he was trying to do. Atomik, he needs to score on one of these. He will. Now we get to see, is he using Spain's player banner? No, he's not. He's using a different Nike banner. Wave dash kickoff missed from Atomik. Sorry, from Mawkzy. He does like his wave dash kickoff a lot. He uses it as his primary kickoff. Nice placement on the wall shot. I mean, all that comes down to punishing Mawkzy for the missed wave dash. Mawkzy tried to stay on the play, even though he probably shouldn't have, and then that made it possible for Atomik to take a long shot and get a second goal. Mawkzy slamming off the back wall, making use of momentum without any boost. As long as he gets the ball moving, he'll be able to finish it off. It's a good wave dash into that initial pop. Mawkzy, another kickoff win, another possession. Atomik, not even much of a fake challenge. I mean, he didn't really force Mawkzy to make a decision. Mawkzy could just hold on to it because that was clearly not going to be an interception of any kind or a tackle of any kind. And then the flick comes out as a flub, and just ends up working out. Yo, Slag59, thank you for the 2 months prime. Atomik's going to throw the OK because he definitely should have been scoring on that attempt. Mawkzy launching to the back wall. Can he double it? He can! Able to get up to it before Atomik can break up the play. We talked about these backboard doubles as they are ever so slightly risky. I'd say this one wasn't so much risky for Mawkzy because he knew he could just, he was close to the net. The double was very likely to go into the net or at least be serviceable, whereas the high-speed doubles from farther away, there's a better chance that you miss it, and then those are basically own goals, as we've said many times. Oh, Atomik wants out. He wants out of this game. Game number 1, forfeit. I have remembered now that I can use the match admin to... Wait, I have to pause and then end it. Look at that. Much faster this time. I learn. Mawkzy will take game number 1 in convincing fashion. Remember, YouTube, every subscription for the next month adds $1 to the prize pool at the end of the year. So please subscribe. Game at number 2. Mawkzy has to feel good at the start of this series and at the start of this game, as he will get a return to the lead that he had before. It's going to come off the back of a slight delay kickoff. Mawkzy has all of the kickoffs in his arsenal, even though he prefers the wave dash kickoff as I would say his main kickoff in 1v1. He knows it's important to keep it mixed up, and thank goodness Atomik stopped that one. Almost everything would be going Mawkzy's way if he was going to be able to hold that one away. Mawkzy, what kind of read is he going for on the ceiling? Somehow he protected the ball all the way back down to the ground. That's so hard to do. Normally falling from the ceiling height, there's going to be a window in which the defender can steal the ball away, but he actually did a great job hovering behind it the whole time and not letting Atomik come in to slam a shot into the blue half. But Mawkzy did make a mistake there, as that single touch after double jumping with no boost is going to leave him falling to the ground while Atomik gets to take the other way. Pinch from Mawkzy. He has really looked to include the pinch in his game a lot recently. He's not just using it on occasion like some players might when they think the situation calls for it. Mawkzy is probably getting a pinch attempt in, at least a few per match, if not almost one per game at this point. He seems to be confident in his pinch, and the results show. I mean, he has been scoring a good amount of them. Mawkzy, not going to be able to save this one. He's just recovering too late, and so Atomik just needs to demo him. Mawkzy is not going to be able to get back to net and get back above the oncoming demo. Mawkzy looking to neutralize this ball a bit by launching it to the sidewall, and actually ends up working out just enough into the blue half that Atomik felt like there was no angle to make a play in the air. Now he's recovering on 0 boost, and Mawkzy's able to steal his corner as well, so really be able to keep Atomik pinned. It doesn't seem like it. Atomik actually immediately escapes and gets a third. Overconfidence from Mawkzy with a massive boost advantage. Felt like he was for sure going to be able to find a way. But Atomik's moonball gets him an opportunity to push the lead to 2. And actually great recovery here to stop Mawkzy's wave dash kickoff from being a goal. And he might even have the hook shot. He does! 4-1 for Atomik. Atomik wanted out of that last game early. It wasn't going his way. And this happens a ton of times. People sometimes wonder, why does a player forfeit as early as they do? And sitting through the final many minutes of a game that you're fairly certain you're going to lose is sometimes tilting to the mental, and you'd rather just get a fresh restart right away. And that's what Atomik did. He sacrificed the fact that he could have come back for the sake of immediately being into his new game, and he's shown why that has helped him. Up 4-1 now. Mawkzy A dribble starting from his back half. We have yet to see that Mawkzy flick that he's known for. That one certainly wasn't that either. Decent flick at that, but we know what Mawkzy's capable of when he's really hitting. He's going to set up a pass to himself high off the back wall. Thank you, Ash with Cheese, for the tier 1. Wait, Atomik, he's getting a little bit too fancy. He might not score this. This was like a free opportunity. And instead of just tapping it in, he styled a bit, and now he is not up 5-1. I don't think that you have the luxury against a guy like Mawkzy of not just taking every single goal that you can get. Mawkzy from the ceiling. Cannot stop Atomik from getting a save, and can't even stop him from getting a counter either. 5-1. Under 2 minutes. The Atomik lead continues to grow. And a lot of those goals coming off the back of Mawkzy picking up boost and thinking he can turn back in and challenge. Maybe he expects Atomik to be slower than he really is. This flick is soft off of the low boost from kickoff. Atomik able to save it. And look at this pinch. Actually gets a decent clear with it because of it, and it doesn't cost him a ton of boost either. So he's got 47 to work with now on Mawkzy's dribble, and great 50. Mawkzy couldn't push it through. Atomik flipped past the ball. That was probably a couple pixels off of getting a decent clear, but he's actually still has the ball anyways. Full field dribble. He's going for a double. Mawkzy can't stop it. Atomik has found his stride. And the momentum has completely shifted. Mawkzy is looking like he cannot find the answer right now. And Atomik has found it in every single way possible. Take off possession for Mawkzy for sure. Atomik's actually going to completely back off. And what is Mawkzy going for right now? He's trying to be creative. Go next! Wait, I mean, really go next or what? Are we actually going next? Yeah? Forfeit, yeah? I mean, I guess I have to enforce it, right? You never know. I mean, if he says go next, you never know if it... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't know what to do if somebody says go next and then says never mind. Like, is that allowed? Can you say go next? Because the other guy might stop playing. But all right, it is going to be a 1-1 matchup between Mawkzy and Atomik. Forfeits from the both of them as we head to game 3. Game number 3. Atomik and Mawkzy. Mawkzy not flipping through that boost is an interesting decision, but he's just going to back up and get it. Atomik demoing Mawkzy and retaking the lead he had in the past 3 or so minutes that they actually played out in that game. Mawkzy should be able to equalize here, though. Oh, never mind. Atomik does make it back. It was a bit of a scuffle at low boost at the midfield that I didn't think Atomik was going to be able to return to net in time from. Mawkzy wants to play keep away, keeping the ball above that double jump height, but the problem is it also kept it above the crossbar, and it's actually going to be a goal for Atomik? Certainly not, right? Yeah, Mawkzy will save it. Oh, wow. That was actually a surprising angle that Atomik was able to find as Mawkzy prioritized stealing the boost in the corner. Atomik was almost able to side flip with the tail end of his car and send it back to net. Oh, Mawkzy missed first touch. Things have just not been turning up Mawkzy in the past bit, and it's not going to turn up his way here either. Atomik able to chase him down, and Mawkzy was going to catch and try and carry in front of his net, which, I mean, maybe he felt like he was forced to based on his position around the ball, but that was always going to be hard. Good kickoff win. Here's Mawkzy's opportunity to put his score on the board. Atomik pre-jumps it and is in the perfect spot. Actually had to backflip, it seemed like, just to stay from flying past where the shot was going to go, but he still covered it well. Now he's got this defensive save. Atomik in the zone. A long shot does keep Mawkzy still only down 2. He's going to launch an immediate shot off this bounce. That was going to be a really good bounce to set up something else, if you ask me. Mawkzy maybe trying to turn the brain off a little bit and just take the ball to the wall and see what he can do with it. Right now, he finds a way to get his first, and that is through an air dribble that is up above the early challenge of Atomik. Atomik actually found his way right through. When Mawkzy gets the touch, he slices through the ball and him, and did not get enough contact with Mawkzy to prevent him from just being able to slowly get the read on the double. Mawkzy loses this 50. Camera check to see if Atomik wants to come into the corner with him, which he does. He's going to shadow just outside the back wall of Mawkzy. See if he can prevent this clear, which he did exactly that. Now he's got a dribble that he's flicking top right. And it got him a boost save, or a boost steal, I should say, but he knows he has to back off. Mawkzy could have cleared this out, but really didn't get the kind of power he needed to. He either needed to boom it away or needed to keep it close, and what he did just gave Atomik another chance. Mawkzy in reverse. Can he find a way to make this work? He actually moonballs it and then just goes to the corner. Atomik off the backboard. Good clear by Mawkzy, but it'll still be possession for, wow, I was going to say possession for Atomik, but he tried to immediately touch towards Mawkzy, who had the exact answer to that. He was diving towards the ball and ended up getting it handed right to him. Now Mawkzy off the back wall. That was greedy. Oh, Atomik, he just missed that open net. Wait, Mawkzy's going to let him have it because he's tilting. Oh, no, he's still going to make it back. But that should have been a goal probably both ways. Mawkzy now trying to protect the ball as Atomik looks to be aggressive on defense. And Mawkzy knows if he just wins a couple 50s with Atomik diving into his half, there's a good chance that he can get a favorable bounce. This time, he uses that bounce to rush the ball out, force Atomik into another poor challenge. But Mawkzy can finish to tie the game. Mawkzy, another really good 50 inside the blue half as Atomik wants to play aggressive, using the last bit of his boost in order to get to that ball. Little fake by Mawkzy, making it look like he's going to take back to his corner, but what he really wants is to have the ball midfield, which is what he got. Atomik, bit of a doink. Send this into the blue half. He's going to try and pinch this in the corner. Almost felt like the right play might have been to demo Mawkzy in the corner, but Atomik has a different plan for when he's going to demo Mawkzy. It's not going to be while he tries to get the boost. It's going to be as he tries to get the clear. You see, he swipes underneath him and forces Mawkzy to jump and pop it so that he doesn't get demoed in that moment. But then as soon as he's flipped, he is very easy target to intercept on the landing, and that's when Atomik makes the final strike that enables him to score, and Mawkzy is just going to easily backflip this mistake in from Atomik. You know, these kind of offers happen a lot in ones where it's super safe to just lob a slow shot, high arcing that will cross into the net, and the defender has to make a, you know, not tough save, but some kind of clear, and then you can follow up. And every once in a while, that kind of safe maneuver even results in a goal when the defender makes as poor of a touch as Atomik did. Now Mawkzy, with a goal lead, 30 seconds, needs to recover to this, and he does. Pre-flip, regains control of the ball. Now he's got himself a carry. He's looking for those flicks that he's known for. Atomik gets a save with a ton of power, but hits the post. If he lands outside the post there and onto the back wall, he probably takes a possession and has one last chance to shoot. But Mawkzy is playing this very wise. He is not bringing the ball to Atomik at all. We saw Kala do this at the end of his game. And, you know, players should probably do it a bit more often, because these kind of late dives that Atomik is forced to do are really hard to make work. And more often than not, end up in easy opportunities for the player who is wasting the time. So Mawkzy secures this game. Atomik gets the first. Mawkzy's not out. He might be able to get it. No, he's not going to catch back up to it. So, oh, sorry, we're on game 3. Mawkzy 2-1, but Atomik got at least one game win. Mawkzy on the verge of taking it all. Gain number 3. Oh, sorry, gain number 4. I'm totally lost because of the 2 forfeit. The 2 forfeits felt like 1 game. You know, my mental clock has said only 2 games have passed, but no, 3 games have passed, and Mawkzy has the 2-1 lead and is looking to close out Atomik here. Mawkzy certainly comes in as the favorite, but Atomik has showed enough promise to definitely be able to come back and win in this series. Mawkzy there, we're inching in towards his actual flick that he is known for. Each consecutive one has had a bit more power. What a save! That was maybe crossbar down, and Mawkzy's able to get just enough of a touch for it to not be, but Atomik follows it up. Mawkzy with the worst recovery of all time there in his net. Because maybe just surprised that he got the save and had to prioritize that. Just flops all the way down to the ground before making his way back out. Atomik able to get to the midfield boost before Mawkzy. Well, Mawkzy sees his opportunity to demo and pinch. If he gets the bounce off the corner, he's a legend. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, trying to go for a psycho as well as Mawkzy. Mawkzy, look at the slot, bounce dribble into hook shot. Just inside the post. Atomik having to work off a couple pads. He did a good job of getting 36, but he actually turned away from where the shot was headed right before it came. Maybe he was worried about a hook shot even farther the opposite post. Mawkzy, the quick camera check, sees that Atomik is going to take his corner. So instead of trying to tap, instead of trying to beat him there, he knows he's not going to win that race. Just calmly takes the ball to the other corner. And he wave dashes this pop over the top of Atomik and then puts on a shot that is directly at Atomik for the next one. So not going to take a lot of effort for him to save. Atomik trying to get this 50 on the goal line and does. There was a high likelihood that that went in his favor. It was going to take a lot for Mawkzy to escape this position. He was hoping to just somehow flick over the top of Atomik. Atomik putting on some ball pressure after Mawkzy concedes the kickoff into his half. Still, Mawkzy's able to be the one to get the first shot attempts of this possession. Still got Atomik on the back line, but now Mawkzy out of boost, and so is Atomik though. So they will reset here. Mawkzy in the corner with 100. Atomik hasn't been challenging early much. I actually feel like he's been not faking that and letting Mawkzy carry it for free, but at this time Atomik does fully dive, and Mawkzy has the read. Launches it to the moon, and then was going to slow it down if Atomik didn't come. Looked like he was forcing him to score it, which Atomik was going to come back. So Mawkzy scores quickly. Now, can he find a tight angle here? He cannot. Atomik on the counter needs the double, and actually had the read that was going to be unscorable. So he grabs boost, and Mawkzy, did he not have enough to make a play on this? Because if he has a couple pads and he doesn't go all the way to the corner, I think he could jump up to crossbar height at least and make sure it doesn't drop underneath. But for whatever reason, instead of prioritizing that, he wanted the full 100 and could not get back to prevent the tying goal. Mawkzy can't find any strength off of the shot as he tries to 180 back around to hit it. And now he's got a really strong first touch on a dribble. Uses the ceiling to get the reset. The musty can't get the double. Atomik stayed grounded the whole time. What that means for him is he's going to get a good chance at Mawkzy's net because of it. Can he demo Mawkzy here? No. Oh, yes, he can, I should say. Mawkzy dodges it with the jump, but Atomik connects with him on the wall. Interesting flip from Mawkzy out away from his spawn point. Maybe to pick up some pads, maybe to get Atomik guessing, but it ends up creating a window for Atomik to throw on. The bounce dribble with that angle is so tough because Atomik can go almost anywhere. He has to just start driving towards the ball, and Mawkzy has no choice but to jump to try and prevent the hook shot, and then Atomik just doesn't take it. Goes near post instead, and now Atomik 5-3. These guys were locked, it felt, in step, either tied or one-goal leads, but a couple quick ones means Atomik has a chance to start peeling away if you keep up this trend. Low boost here, and he knows Mawkzy's about to reset on the 100, so he has to just be careful about what he does. And I tell you what, he's not just being careful. He knows a way to turn it into a goal. Out to the midfield, and Mawkzy, he slightly delayed that. I think Mawkzy just thought, no way is Atomik going to come back up to this, because he thought, like I did, that Atomik had conceded the ball in an attempt to grab boost, but no. Atomik turns back around and surprises Mawkzy, who certainly could have gotten a faster touch had he thought it was necessary. Mawkzy takes this to the ground. Atomik covers it. He was up above the crossbar. So Mawkzy makes the right read, you'd think, by going low and making the save as tough as possible, but that didn't stop Atomik from getting that one, but with zero boost. It was always going to be a challenge to keep Mawkzy out forever, and the air dribble bump secures the fourth. Atomik chasing Mawkzy down off this kickoff. Cannot do so. Mawkzy does enough to buy himself a boost steal. Now you have Atomik working on pads. Seems like he's been able to escape, though. And a decent 50. In fact, even better than decent. It's going to roll in. 7-4. Mawkzy just diving way past this 50. He thought that ball was going way more infield. Otherwise, he would have held off on a lot of that boost. He's only barely able to make contact with the ball with the tail end of his car because of it. Now another good 50 off kickoff for Atomik. He's going to like to not touch this one because he knows it's rolling in, but Mawkzy, with no sight of a shooter around him, knows he can just confidently collect the dribble, even though it goes halfway through. That's no issue for Mawkzy. He knows he can control it, but he just gave Atomik another goal. It looks like we're going game 5, unless we see some kind of insane set of kickoffs from Mawkzy. Have to see like a direct win and then maybe a cheeky delay. I mean, you have to mix it up so much to win 4 straight kickoffs. Unless Atomik, for some reason, were to just let him do the same kickoff 4 times in a row, which I would think is pretty much impossible. So yeah, Atomik, he'll send it to game 5. Could take down Mawkzy. One of the favorites at the start of the tournament to win, I would say. Atomik coming all the way from the qualifiers and is 1 game away from the semis. Game 5. Mawkzy Atomik. Winner of this game has joys in the semis and goes away with a guaranteed prize. Whereas the loser walks away empty-handed for their efforts here in this tournament. Atomik going to be the first one to be applying pressure to Mawkzy's net. Mawkzy is going to escape, but not with a ton of boost, so he's far from out of the woods. As Atomik undercuts him and wasn't able to get the 100 because he prioritized making Mawkzy awkward, and I think he really wanted to catch Mawkzy, but he didn't, and now a fake from Mawkzy, and it'll be a 1-0 lead for him. Atomik, once again, a pretty soft fake challenge. I'd say the best fake challenges I've seen in recent memory. I mean, Khaled is known for having a good game like that, never letting people feel comfortable, but I mean, Lion Blaze looked like he was doing a really good job against, I forget who it was. Just always putting on pressure that forces a player who's with the ball to make a decision constantly. You know, never getting to just breathe and set up whatever they want. They always have to be thinking, is somebody challenging me right now? Is he actually going to dive this time? Is he not? And it results in never getting to feel comfortable. Atomik, I would say, hasn't really been doing that to Mawkzy. He has either been diving or putting in really, low effort fake challenges, I would say. Barely moving towards the ball. Mawkzy's going to pin this to the back wall and fall down for a second. Atomik kickoff win. Pushes the ball towards the corner and makes sure to get in front of Mawkzy so he knows that he'll get to the corner first. Not just trying to win the kickoff, but trying to really secure as much of an advantage as he possibly can. Delay kickoff from Mawkzy. We've seen a few different delay kickoffs in this tournament that have resulted in immediate goals, and not for the person who's delaying the kickoff, but people just slamming it right past them and directly into the net, which probably is a mistake on the people delaying. The people delaying need to be probably perfectly square or get a much better read on where the angle of the attacker is. Mawkzy does just fine. He does not get scored on immediately, and then is able to stay grounded through Atomik's attempt and counter for a third. Quick wave dash kickoff from Mawkzy. Atomik wants to stop him and slow him down before going to his own corner. He could dive there immediately, but he knows that'd be a tough spot. So he tried to roll up into the ball and make a disruption without having to come off the ground. Because if he could do so, then it's possible for him to get back to the corner, maybe get some boost and make something happen. Whereas if he has to jump to make a disruption, then he's probably just going to get scored on anyways, because it's unlikely that he gets back down to the ground and makes the ensuing save. But he is able to immediately get a kickoff goal of his own. So now still within two. Mawkzy going to lob and force Atomik to make a save and then go in and out of his net. But the follow-up from Mawkzy is exactly what was needed. Just a straight-up pop. All he needs is vertical space on that. He's not trying to push it into the defender. He's trying to keep it away from him and make him have to come out as far as possible. Looks like Atomik had actually the misread on the left-right of the save anyways. Atomik looking to accelerate the ball in the volley. Mawkzy controls it well, and actually Atomik's going to go all the way back. Hiding behind the ball. Mawkzy, the flick has power, but too much. His only chance there was maybe Atomik might own goal. A lot of players who try and go up to save those high flicks, as we saw earlier, and sometimes end up accidentally own goaling it. But Atomik did not. He controlled it. And under the halfway mark, he is trying to make up a 3-goal deficit against the youngster who grinds a ton of 1v1. Talked about Jack representing the 1v1 scene in North America now and in EU. I mean, he's always been the face, or at least for a long time has been the face of 1v1. Mawkzy is interesting as a top 1v1er. One of the only players who doesn't seem to put in much effort at all with the RLCS. He is fine with just being the best ones player there is. But he's trying to prove that that's the case, because right now, Atomik is about to send him home if he can keep up this last couple minutes. He's slowed Mawkzy down. He's put in a few goals of his own. And in a minute 30, we'll be looking at a very tight game. Really early single jump from Atomik is interesting to make sure he gets super square or something. Instead of trying to prioritize speed, he just wants to get right center mass. I mean, it works out this time. Mawkzy just passes it to him, though. It's not always going to happen on kickoffs. So a minute 30. Mawkzy's wave dash isn't as speedy as he would like. Getting flopped up by the ball. The pinch from Atomik is not in, but it actually forces Mawkzy into a tougher save. And still, though, he's able to escape. Atomik now on the back wall. Able to push it just enough over Mawkzy that his challenge still goes into the blue half, but he's going to back off the ball, and Mawkzy lobs the ball up. He's looking for a demo. Yeah, that first shot is never going to go in. I mean, he knows it's not. It's not about the first shot. It's about the follow-up, whether that is a demo or just the continued possession. So you see Mawkzy turn off ball cam really early and just think, where is Atomik coming to the ground? Where can I force a demo? Because he did force Atomik to double jump. You know, if you get it to that height, you make them use their flip. It's going to make them a much easier target as they come to the ground. Mawkzy knows not to take this ball to Atomik, who is waiting in the corner instead. Should cut it midfield. Now he's playing a bit of keep away. 35 seconds left to go. Oh, Atomik is not happy with the keep away. Gonna throw the okay in chat. The flick isn't there, but it actually works out. Mawkzy just throws G. I don't know what that means, but Atomik puts on a really soft one, which actually makes it awkward for him. Atomik's just wasting time. He's not happy. Not obvious in attorney. Wait, did he? Did Mawkzy say G as if he thought it was GG? Like he thought saying okay was forfeiting? Because certainly Atomik's not going to forfeit this late. Oh, the flick from Mawkzy sends the moon ball and punishes Atomik for trying to come in and challenge. 18 seconds. Atomik needs 2. That time wasted might end up working out for Mawkzy, even though he ended up getting scored on. He has really made the window for Atomik quite small for the comeback. In fact, basically impossible. 8-5 Mawkzy tested here in the quarterfinal by Atomik. Oh my goodness, the early GGs. I mean, it's 5 seconds, but he's going to say have fun, bro. I mean, still, GG's from the player who is winning with 5 seconds. I mean, it was over. We know, but all right. I like it. It's spicy. Atomik says have fun, bro. Mawkzy does not give us a pogo to end. He didn't have enough time to. So it'll be Mawkzy and Joreas on one half and Rawas and Khaled on the other.